Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. As promised, I did say that I was going to deliver an Arsenal Meltdown video. So what I did was basically is that I went on Twitter over the last couple of days. I've just been collecting tweets and whatever funny stuff I found. I found a ton of them. Like, I had to filter through some of the funniest ones. Like, genuinely, like, some of the funniest ones, not even like, because there was just so much. There was just so much content. I just couldn't fit them all in one video. I know the video was gonna be an hour long. It's probably gonna take a live stream to cover everything, but I don't need to cover everything, isn't it? If you're new to the channel, my name is the Congolese dude. I have a Tottenham fan over here, obviously. We made the European final yesterday. Today, I'm just here to have a little bit of fun, you know, and to just kind of not just make it straight Tottenham, you know. Part of the Tottenham experience is enjoying other teams fairly, especially Arsenal, because it is so much fun. It's so much fun, you know. Without further ado, we're gonna start. You know, the first thing I want to pull up is a tweet, right? There was a tweet by a guy that put up. His name is Samuel. I think he's an Arsenal. He's a Liverpool fan, right? He says Arsenal fans deserve the suffering. Talk a lot all season just to see their team win nothing. Arrogant fan base. I'll forever watch them. Tears. Their tears are so tasty. And this tweet got over 3,000. Got over 35,000 likes. Really, really, really good tweet. It was so funny. When I read it, I was like, I was tearing up. It was really, really funny stuff. Because like, Arsenal fan, man, they just don't stop. They just don't stop. Even after they have nothing to go for, they just come on Twitter and just talk a load of crap, like every single time, right? And I have another one here for you guys. This is by Liban LDN. I think he has a podcast or something. I have to check whether he has a podcast. But I saw the tweet and I just could not pass this one up. And he says getting knocked out of the Champions League, then having to give Liverpool a guard of honor at Anfield a few days later, point beyond dark. Sums up Teta and Arsenal. Insanity. That is insane. That is madness, right? That is insanity. That is like that's like God. Even God is against you, Lord. You lot cannot win. You know what I mean? Like, even God is against you guys. You're like, you're never gonna win. You're never gonna win. And I think I'm not gonna go over a lot of tweets, but I'm just gonna pull up one more tweet where there's a guy who posted a picture, and the picture of like a guy. You know, in Game of Thrones when the mother of the queen poisoned somebody. I don't remember exactly what the storyline was again, but he poisoned somebody, and then he poisoned somebody, and then he went to them and told them it was me, you know. And it's eventually saw the same thing, you know. It was like so he's talking to Donnarumma, because Donnarumma obviously the Euro final, and then, you know, the Champions League now is taken away from Saka. You know, it's generally hilarious to see all these things. Whatever, it's not necessarily like this is just Twitter. You know, people are having fun. People are having that. It's not. There's no logic to it. So, you know, and you know, after all that, you know, Arsenal fans, you know, the delusion is just so much. The delusion is just off the charts, man. Like, you have Robbie going on Twitter and, you know, talking about an English team. Every time a Pope dies, an English team wins. Like, I'm just gonna roll the clip and you guys are gonna see this. Hang on, watch this.
An English team has won the Champions League. Pope John Paul passed away in 1978. Nottingham Forest won the Champions League. Pope John Paul I passed away in 2005.
Yeah.
Liverpool won the Champions League. Pope Benedict the 15th or 16th, sorry, passed away in 2022. Manchester City won the Champions League, and unfortunately, sadly, Pope Francis.
Yo, how do you even make that correlation? Like, how do you make that correlation? Like, how does that work? Like, how do you even understand the coincidence? But how does that work? Like, how does that work? How does that even work, man? Like, how do you even compute that? How do you even put that together? Like, generally, it's insane. Like, for me, I understand being a fan of a football club, the delusion that comes with that, because you're so optimistic that you're like, oh yeah, you're looking at anything to kind of just to justify your mental state, right? So anything that kind of comes into that lineup, it makes sense, right? But there's levels to it, there's levels that you cannot exceed, right? Like, there's so many examples, even in your own life, you can look at certain example, you're like, oh, that happened, and this happened, and this happened, But the delusion has to have a limit, right? It has to have a limit. At some point, it's gotta have a limit. It's gotta have, right? I'll put together a video, like I had to download some of the content so I can kind of put together a video a little bit just to kind of see, to just kind of have fun and let's just have a laugh at this. And one of the Arsenal fans just watch this, just watch it. Look at Lee Ghana. Look at Lee Ghana's reaction, man. Just Lee Ghana's reaction is killing me right now. Like, just look at his reaction. Just watch his reaction. Just watch his reaction one more time. I want to just... Oh my God. What a person. Lee Ghana. Look at Lee Ghana.
The XG on Ousmane Dembele's first goal was 0.7.
Peg's coming back out.
0.07. 0.04 for Fabian Ruiz.
So, like,
0.07 for Hakimi.
I understand these
They were extremely clinical
because I am a
on 3 of
numbers
their
person
shots.
myself.
Arsenal
It's part of my job. It's part of
finished
what
their
I do
fucking
for a living. You hear me? But like, he kind of doesn't compile. I mean, obviously, hindsight, yeah. But for me, being a person that goes out there and look at these stats, numbers, yes, numbers make sense whenever you look at them, but they not always tell you the full story, whatever you want to chalk up to that, there's so many quotes you can paraphrase to that, but it's just insane, How do you bring that out? Of course, Arsenal had chances. Like, even if Arsenal were clinical, not to say that Barcola missed a lot of chances. He could have put the PSG up, 4-5, 3-0 up or 2-0 up at least in the first half, but he missed chances. So how does that work? How does that come? Speaking of Ligue 1, my man went on a 13-hour, right? 13-hour live session. Madness. You talking about being pissed. Being livid. 13-hour is crazy. Like, I know certain people work, like people like nurses and stuff like that. They'll work jobs and sometimes they do like 13-hour shift, 16-hour shift, but you are doing a job, right? You're working. I don't know whether you consider streaming his job, but man, that's insane. 13 hours. Man didn't sleep. Like, I hope he got some sleep, man. I hope he got some sleep. Let's go over the video.
PSG were clinical. Just fair play to them.
It was a tactical
individual
massacre.
brilliance won them the tie. It was not a tactical masterclass from their manager.
A bit like the Real Madrid game when
Tama.
in 2 free kicks.
Time out.
And
you know, all you man, get your licks in now, because you lot know Arsenal are gonna win a major in the next 18 months. You lot know this. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Turkish being optimistic. I love him. He's generally one of the good guys. He's a genuine supporter. It's just sometimes he's just he suffers from that delusion a little bit.
You don't know this. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
That's all we've got left is last. Even that dance you're doing now, I'm gonna use that dance in the clip when we win the major.
So that was 18 months ago. That was 18 months ago. So that means
that's when. And what are you gonna do when it happens?
January of last year or December of last year.
United Banter Club. What about your club?
I don't know. In the summer, I made a video, Turkish. Arsenal fans need to concentrate on Arteta. Do you remember what you commented? You effed up here. I'll tell you that. Skullduggery. Come save this for future reference.
Wait, I don't understand that correlation.
I got you, homie.
Arsenal, spicy Tottenham.
I don't know when this clip was clipped, but it's kind of like...
I haven't even given up on this season yet, even though I think City will win it.
To lose the game 2-0, Emery, it's not good to lose to a former manager at home in a title-defining game.
6 months later.
Getting beat off Bournemouth.
Yeah, thank you. We're out of it before people ask me. We're out of it right now.
60 million down the drain. Don't sing that fucking song again.
Martin Elliott. Ever since Jesus with ACL, this guy ain't been the same. Are your knees connected, brother?
That's what I was talking about. It's statistical.
Who gives a shit? 1-1. All the XG field tilt statistic merchants out there. Arsenal 0, West Ham 1. But here I am talking about January again. We don't do that, do we? We don't look back and see how we fucked it up. We look forward and we hope. It ain't such a happy new year at this moment in time. We're out of the Champions League.
That's what League got away through.
I don't think so. I'm gonna use that.
Yo, that's what League got away through. Nigga didn't sleep. My man went for 13 hours on the street, bro.
Dancing in September and crying in May. It's the Arsenal way.
We are back in the big league.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
all I'm saying. You don't know. It ain't a joke.
Wow.
This ain't a 2021.
It's the hope, man. It's the hope, you know. This is the hope.
Where there was nothing.
It's the hope, man. They're too hopeful.
An Arsenal team primed to challenge, compete, and win shit for the next 5 years minimum. And you lot are going to be here watching.
Crickets.
I want to see that same dance when we do win something, Matisse.
Mans is not even on the stream, bro. Is that him right there? I don't think that's him right there, wearing the balaclava.
Yes, Matisse. Go on, Matisse.
Oh my God, bro. Okay.
Trooz, Jaden Sandwich, Jaden Sanchops. What happened, blood? Hi ho.
Incredible.
Yo, out the Champions League, you 5 foot dweeb. Hi ho. Man like Morgan Spliff White, blood. Am I a prick fan? No, honestly, blood. Man like Trooz Steeny, blood. Your season's over quicker than Little Meech when he turned on 50, blood. It's over. Yard man, with your Vincent Company had Jordan Sparks tattoo for a hairline, blood. Crayola special for a beard, blood. Expression, stop making video from Tottenham. They no win game. Stop making video from Tottenham. We saw you crying yesterday. Them tears were from Harley Street.
Oh, this is too
funny.
I can't believe I put this together.
What's man talking about?
I can't believe I'm the one that put this video together, man. It's too funny, bro.
I can't take this anymore.
He's sick.
You want him out. Arsenal. Why not listen to me?
That's Yarn, man. He's imitating. Yo, man. I think he's on this video as well.
Go to the stadium. I just want to see my team win a trophy. Me can't take it no more. Arteta, hold. Jeffrey Dahmer. This brother put Spain out of cigarettes last night. He was hitting the deck more than a blackjack dealer out in Las Vegas. Can you believe it? Hello, guys. We are smoking that I would rather play PSG than Aston Villa pack.
This thing about phases, I don't even understand it.
Enrique. What phase is he in? Fat Luis Enrique. What about Arteta? Mikel Arteta. What fatting phase is he in? He's a bloody
criminal. That's that guy. What's his name? I always forget his name.
And they gave me nothing. Nothing. They're talking about Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey, he came back and did bloody nothing. I wanted Lewis Skelly in the midfield, Declan Rice out there doing his thing. How many times have I got to bloody tell ya? It's not good enough, like, it's...
Accountability. What would have been wrong if Arteta came out last night and said they have more quality than us in the final third? What is wrong with that? Oh, Odegaard might get hurt. Martinelli might shed a tear. Trossard might crumble. Oh my God. God forbid.
I mean, you do.
What's wrong with just telling the truth?
I mean, you kind of do feel kind of sorry for them. Of course, you know, some of the videos, some of the videos were already put together on the internet. I just partially kind of tagged on some of them as well. You know, you do kind of feel bad for them, Arsenal fans, you know. I mean, you do laugh a lot. I am laughing now. And I did laugh a lot when I was putting these videos together, but you do kind of feel bad for him, man. You felt bad for him, man. It's a travesty every year to go through this. But Tottenham fans, we do have our hopes, but we know our limitation when it comes to where we put our hopes. They just go extra with it way too much, man. Way too much.
Why is it that we were the better team? Why is it that we are the best in the competition and we're out? As much as people might say, this sort of rhetoric is what makes us a laughing stock, fuck off. Because all I see in WhatsApp groups today, this morning, is quotes from my manager.
Nowhere near Germany, bro. This piece of shit, bruv. Look at this dickhead.
Madre mia. I would not. I don't even understand why he picked up. I would not have picked up that call. I am not taking that call, bro. They're betting him so. I mean, I guess you understand for content reason, you know, it's gotta create a buzz, but the mental toll is too much, bro.
It was Asana who lost. It was Asana. Trooper, my friend. Hey, buddy. Hello. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Troop, X and KG here. I know you got both.
You held off the call. You held off the call.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, man, so bad.
Just checking in on you, mate. What's the score? Mate?
I've now got Jack Wilshere chatting shit, pussy. Martin Keown chatting shit. Fuck Owen Hargreaves as well, you scrub. Yeah, fuck.
We're not playing well. Like, take off the defender. And put on.
He's dead. He's gone. He's gone. Enough of that. I'm not gonna play that full clip. I think I went on a bit too long. 20 minutes going on. Oh my god. I gotta do some editing. Probably gonna try to fit it in like 17 seconds. 17 minutes. Of course, there's a lot more. I did collect a ton. I collected a ton of material. I don't think it's all gonna fit in one video, but I just wanted to kind of put out a video, just kind of have fun with it, see what's going on. Obviously, I'm having fun with this. I'm kind of just having fun with this whole thing, and it's bringing me a lot of joy. It's really a lot of joy just to kind of do something for fun on the side, going over Arsenal fan content, and it's funny. You laugh a lot, a ton even, more than you should. But yeah, at some point I think it does become a bit sad, just from a football fan perspective, because I understand that pain, I understand where they're coming from, and I understand what it's like to go through that, and I kind of feel bad for them, you know, but they don't feel the same, you know. They're gonna come next season and just have the same energy again, you know. They just never stop. That's the thing with Arsenal fans. It's just, doesn't matter how bad. Like, this is their 5th year going trophyless, right? Trophyless, 5th year. And, you know, they're gonna come back as we see this video, like, and say, oh, next year is the year. Never mind that this year, when this year started, every single pundit said that Arsenal is potentially going to win the league because it looked like it. Because you looked at Man City, the run they're on, you know, and what the argument was, the players have won so much that they might not be up for the challenge because they've won so much already. Winning can become a little bit of a boring thing after you've done it so much. Liverpool had a new coach, so they were gonna probably have a dip. So he only left Arsenal up there unless something surprising happens, you know. And everybody was starting Arsenal to win the league, and they did, you know. And I think that's another thing as well. They buy into the media hype, and you know, when you actually look into the cracks of things, it's not as like, you know, if you look at their best 11, and then you look at the best 11 and you look at the bench, the output is not the same. I understand this is not a basketball team when you expect your bench to come on and put up points, but like, you should have solid replacement if you're gonna challenge for all these titles that the Arsenal fans always talking about winning every single season. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. It makes me laugh. But at the end of the day, I do feel bad for him. You know, I do feel bad for him. You know, and the sad part about it is the kind of football as well that they're playing. You know, there was one guy that put Phase 6 Arteta with a Photoshop picture of his face onto Tony Pulis's face, who was Stoke's manager, whose whole football philosophy was just around long balls, defending deep, and long throw-ins. And that's what Arsenal were doing, except for the passing. They were doing that in the Champions League semi-final. So it was depressing. It was depressing. So I think that's gonna be it. I think I've watched enough Arsenal content for one day. I want to try to put together a nice video here, try to see if I can put it together. But if you liked the video, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I am going to try and put together as well a Tottenham video reaction for our qualification to the Champions League, for the Europa League final. I'm going to try that as well. See how long that's going to take me. I do believe it's going to be a lot less because we won. Obviously, every Friday is rejoicing. Contents are being uploaded still. I am going to put together that video when I do so. If you like this video, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Feel free to do whatever, share or whatever you want to do. Thank you very much, and enjoy the content, and have a good rest of the day.